and you get just this really strange sub information in there as well. And if you put the attack up, or like the attack the other way.
Yeah. This episode is being supported by Tape It. If you currently use voice notes to record your ideas, you should try Tape It instead.
The original idea came from you, Jim, with a song by Sufjan Stevens and Angelo D'Augustine.
Great song. A song called Murder and Crime.
We were probably downstairs working on something else, and Jim was like upstairs in the room.
Yeah,
that's a fact. Yeah, me and Teo were downstairs, and Jim was on his ones doing this.
Jim comes down and he's like, guys.
Also got this.
Yeah, we're on this Melodyne thing. Do you have that sample in front of you, Jim?
Yeah. I think also being a drummer, I always wanted to play other instruments, but I put a lot of time into drums and I wasn't great at guitar or bass or piano. So I think a lot of my production started with just sampling because it could give me some sort of like harmonic happiness in it. Information.
Voice.
Exactly. So I just put this Sufjan Stevens songs into just Logic's sampler, and I don't think I even put it to time or like to tempo. I think I just whacked it in and just started pressing buttons and hope for the best, and then it was, I don't know, all just kind of works. And then I somehow came up with this pattern. So I was like, oh, this is cool. And this is actually very sped up, 36%. So I actually started here.
Right.
That was a big thing as well, Varispeed.
Varispeed was a massive thing, yeah. Which also created quite a few problems for us. We'll get into that. And then, again, just on the Melodyne thing, I changed, and I just changed the bass to go down. And then did it again on these two. And then just put some like clav thing in there and bass. Showed this to Teo, and Teo was like, say less, bounced me that, and then he took it and kind of ran with it and chopped it up and did his thing.
Go ahead, Teo.
I basically just took it because his thing had all the life to it, and I just programmed these drums to it, just because it felt like it was asking for like this like, and then it was like an assembly line. Like Jim comes with this crazy sample, I put some drums on it, probably play a bass line, and then Alex heard that and it was just like, all right, let's go. Jim, real quick, do you have the Melodyne in front of you?
Yeah, I do.
Do you want to show the formant shifting thing real quick?
Yeah, I do love that. I'll show on this one. I don't think I actually formant shifted anything. I think I might have done some attack differences, but this is it normally, and then if I just drag the formant down.
Yeah, go down like 2000 or something.
Yeah.
This episode is being supported by our good friends at Tape It, the iPhone app made specifically for musicians. If you, like many of our guests, use voice memos, then as far as we're concerned, switching to Tape It is an obvious choice. It's free, and there are a load of features you won't find on Apple's Voice Memos app, including the ability to record straight from your lock screen, set markers, add notes, include photos of settings, and you can easily import your old voice notes, sync to the cloud, and create shared playlists with co-writers and bandmates. So head to the link below to install the app now. And if you want even more, check out Tape It Pro and use the promo code TAPENOTES to receive a whopping 50% off. And now, back to the episode.
This is the normal. And then... and you get just this really strange sub information in there as well. And if you put the attack up, or like the attack the other way.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to chop that up, I'm sure you would get something amazing. So this was just a huge part of our, this was one of our favorite instruments, I guess, if you want to call it that. I think, as Alex mentioned, it was a pretty simple song, just like harmonically and like arrangement wise with the instrumental, there wasn't actually too many things going on.
No.
So we wanted to stay true to that because it just felt great. It just felt really good how it was. So we didn't feel like we needed to do much, but dynamically, I think we wanted to add things that didn't stand out too much, but just lifted it a little bit. So, for example, in the second verse, there's this moog and guitar thing that you can't really hear on the record, but it kind of just worked. But it doesn't do much. It's kind of and it blends with the sample, you know. Kind of becomes part of it, but without them, you lose that roomy thing again, and just that extra harmonic information. So there was a lot of things like that added throughout, and sort of just like risers going into different sections just to break them up, and kind of drum fills. And then towards the end, I don't know how you ever felt, but I always saw this as like a rock song. And I remember you kind of being like, let's not make it too rocky. So I was like, okay, cool. How do we make it kind of like a bit more gritty, but not go down just like heavy guitars? And Alex had, what's your Moog?
Model D.
The Model D, yeah. We had that running through Alex's pedal board. So I just said to Tom Archer, incredible engineer and human, who was engineering the sessions for the whole of Jan and Feb. I was just like, let me just go through the pedals, and just like I was just running back and forth, playing a little line, capturing it on like the mood or like the blooper, which again was actually a huge
shout out to Chase Bliss.
Yeah, shout out to Chase Bliss for real.
Big shout out.
They gave us sounds that we never knew we could create. So one of the things at the end of the song, it kind of goes pretty rocky, like here. This isn't the final thing, but what was put in was these, basically. These were all just like Moog add parts, which we loved. And it just brought up that like kind of gritty thing without having to go down like a really rocky guitar route or whatever. And, yeah, that was really fun. But honestly, not a crazy amount was added. It was just small proddy kind of things.